Good morning, Siouxland. It's 6:45 on this Wednesday morning. I'm Nick Wilson.
And I'm Ethan Foreman.
And taking a look at the weather, what can we expect the rest of today?
Well, definitely going to be nicer than we saw yesterday. Yesterday, even Halloween dressed up as Christmas, but not going to be seeing that for today. That Ho-Chunk Center, or that KCAU-9 studio camera, rather, showing quiet conditions to start the day. Just a few clouds out there, especially to the east and north. But those temperatures right now are sitting generally in the 20s across the area. A little bit colder to the south where we do have more clearing, but more clouds to the north toward Yankton and Canton where they have warmer temperatures to start the day. And then our forecast for the rest of the day showing those highs climbing well into the 40s for highs, maybe even getting close to 50 with a few more clouds late in the day and also more clouds to the northeast. I'll have more details coming up in your full forecast.
Thanks, Ethan. Well, do you know a Siouxland woman who is making a difference in her community, or setting a great example for others, or serving as an amazing role model? If you do, you should nominate her to be one of our KCAU-9 Remarkable Women for 2024. To do that, just head over to our website, siouxlandproud.com, and click on Nominate a Remarkable Woman under the Contest tab. Well, meanwhile, over in the Rushmore State, South Dakota Game Fish and Parks has a program that helps disabled veterans reconnect with nature. The veterans are selected through an application process, and they're allowed to harvest a buck or doe on private land. Some of the veterans have never hunted before, so there are people there to help teach them the basics. Others are coming back to the sport, sometimes years or even decades later.
We've had a veteran last year. He hadn't hunted for 40 years. The first doe that popped out, he was excited and he wanted to shoot that doe, and I'm like, shoot that doe, and he did.
But it's not only the veterans who benefit from this program. Landowners and conservationists say it also helps teach people about the need to preserve these spaces, both for wildlife and for people who want to get in touch with nature.
Folks are going to realize that it takes good habitat to have wildlife, and so we might even develop a whole core of people that are interested in working with landowners to actually help build that habitat, take care of that habitat.
Getting connected to the outdoors doesn't always mean that you're specifically looking to harvest an animal, but it's just those quality opportunities, spend time with family and friends in the outdoors and enjoy the experience.
The deer hunting season for disabled veterans in South Dakota runs from the second Saturday of September through January 1st. And elsewhere in Siouxland, Akron community members are being asked to help improve the condition of a more than 100-year-old opera house. The Akron Opera House was built in 1905. It became a cornerstone of the community, bringing joy to many until it closed its doors sometime during the Great Depression. The venue reopened in 1970 and has hosted thousands of events ever since. A $1.5 million fundraising campaign is now underway to restore that building to its former glory.
The exterior of the building, the brickwork, the roof, the windows, the doors, they all need some help. We've got some water leakage coming in because of the exterior of the building. We don't have air conditioning. We're on the top floor, so we have to shut down in the summertime.
Volunteers have already raised $200,000, and a majority of it from private funding. The funds will go toward the installation of a new roof. It's still in the early phases, but enough pledges have come in to allow for work to begin. Well, now it's time to meet today's Stray of the Day, and it's Still Waiting Wednesday, when we feature a pet picked up by Sioux City Animal Adoption and Rescue, who's been waiting quite some time to find a forever home.
That's right, and this is Bailey, a 3 to 4 year old female hound mix that weighs about 50 pounds. She was found on 110th Street in Woodbury County back in the middle of August. The rescue says she gets along well with other people, but she'd just prefer to be an only pet. Bailey is available for adoption now.
If you've lost your pet, looking to adopt, or you'd like to sponsor a pet for adoption, you can visit the rescue's website at SiouxCityAnimalRescue.com. And our strays of the day are not the only pets we've been featuring recently. We've also been shining the spotlight on your furry friends with our KCAU-9 Halloween Pet Picks contest. And although we're running a day late, we now officially have our winner.
And here it is, drum roll. Our winner is titled Harry Halloween and came with the caption Halloween Fiesta and Take a Siesta. This entry was submitted to us by Sarah Murray from here in Sioux City. Sarah is the winner of a prize pack from our sponsors.
Congrats to Sarah, and thanks again to everyone who entered, and make sure to keep an eye out for more contests from us, both on air and online at SiouxlandProud.com. And Harry's dressed for kind of some warmer conditions. I don't know if it's going to get that warm, but we're seeing some decent weather.
Yeah, Harry's not the only one that dressed up for Halloween. Even Halloween dressed up as Christmas this year with such cold conditions across the area. But our satellite and radar image shows toward the Great Lakes region, they actually saw some heavy snow yesterday. That's lake effect snow, where some areas toward the Muskegon, Michigan area got more than 9 inches of snow, setting a daily record for not only October 31st, but anytime in October ever for the entire month. Not going to be seeing that here anytime soon. Those clouds drift away as we head throughout the day. Plenty of sunshine going forward. However, high pressure moves in tomorrow after a cold front, so that will briefly drop our temperatures, but then we rise again into Thursday. Could see some fog to start the day toward Sioux Falls. Then we see a few rain showers and more clouds move in Thursday night and Friday as a low pressure system moves by. Should see a little bit of afternoon sun on Friday though. 47 for today, mostly sunny and much warmer than we've seen over the past 5 days or so. Increasing clouds and very brisk tonight, 22 degrees, but not quite as cold as we've seen over the past few days. Those temperatures start to climb in the 50s later on this week. Good day for Design and Dine tomorrow, 51 degrees for that high, and some areas could flirt with 60 on Saturday with a good deal of sunshine. Rain showers move in as we head into Sunday night through Tuesday of next week.
Now we turn to sports, where state tourney play has arrived for Iowa high school girls volleyball, and a few Siouxland squads were looking to keep some historic seasons going. Anthony Mitchell has the highlights from some of those matchups right here in your morning sports wrap.
Good morning, Siouxland. 2 more teams took part in the state quarterfinal round last night at the IGHSAU State Volleyball Tournament. That would be Newell-Fonda and Boyden Hull kicking off the late slate with the Mustangs. Number 8 Newell-Fonda in its first ever state 1A quarterfinal, chance to slay the giant defending champ number 1 Ankeny Christian. Mustangs leading strong in the first set. Kinsey Hinders powering it down to the panels for the kill. 4-point NF lead. Now at another one for set point. Team high 15 kills for the junior. That one goes to the Mustangs' 25-20 program's first state set win. Then the Eagles waking up. Carly Craighead right and waiting, catches the corner with a heater. They take set 2, 25-11. Set point in set 3. More of the same from the Eagles. Macy Naring putting it down for her lone kill. 25-11 Ankeny Christian. Eagles up 2 sets to 1. Mustangs needing some life in set 4. Anna Mercer and Hinders tag teaming it, sending it right back from where it came from. They make a dent in the deficit, but Ankeny Christian playing the part of the defending champs from there all the way to match point. Katie Quick tapping it over, simply no return. NF comes up short in their first state quarterfinal match, 3-1. Mustangs end a great season at 21-9. With only 3 seniors graduating, the future looks bright for a historic group.
This team's special because they don't quit. There's no negativity. If someone's down, there's 8 other players, 9 other players to raise them up. We're actually bringing back a volleyball plaque that will be sitting in the cases, and everybody that comes by there, you know, the girls can say that's ours, that's our first one. We made history at Newell-Fonda. Some of the girls coming up will be able to see that and want to get one of themselves.
Only a few feet away, it's number 2 Boyden Hull making its 3rd state trip in 4 years, taking on number 7 Council Bluffs St. Albert Saints. Getting the momentum going here, taking set 1, 25-23. Comets shooting back set point, set 2. Claire Hogue muscles it through, evens it up at once. 5 ties, 3 lead changes later in set 3. This one swung the Comets' way. Raina Nibbling keeping the block party popping. She had 7 stuffs, 14-13 BH lead. Saints staying well within. Comets going to the outside, rejected by Naomi Sherrill. St. Albert chafing their deficit to 2 points. Boyden Hull, though, sticking with that strong attack game soon after. Savannah Nels getting to fall in the open space. Senior tied for a team-high 12 kills. Comets ride an 11-6 run and take set 3. They'd ride that burst into match point of set 4, setting it up for Allie Moret on the left side. Leave it to the senior to seal it. Boyden Hull with 58 kills. They advance to their first state semifinal since 2011. 3-1. The run continues for a team who's never satisfied.
Our expectations, they were high. We felt like we were going to do good, and then coming into that first set, it felt like we definitely had to step it up there.
A lot of it is just like next point, we know what to do, go out and execute, do it better than you did last time.
It's super special. It's been a long time. They've wanted it all season long, and just to get the opportunity to come play here and have the opportunity to win, and they're excited, and it means a lot.
Now, for those who've been keeping track, Boynton Hall joins a pair of local teams in today's semifinal round. Number 3 Western Christian, they defeated number 6 Center Point Urbana 3-1 to advance to the state semifinal round. Also still in the mix, that would be number 2 Hinton in Class 2A, following its sweep of number 7 Applington Parkersburg. Number 2 Cherokee, unfortunately, they were upset by number 7 Union, ending the Braves' postseason quest in the state quarterfinal round. But plenty to be proud of for a Cherokee squad, then earn a trip to the state tournament for the first time in program history. Western Christian will play Union today at 2:25 p.m. and Hinton will play Grundy Center shortly after at 4:25 p.m. And that'll be all for sports. Have a good day, Siouxland.
Now let's take a look at this morning's top stories, what you need to know before you go. The Woodbury County Board of Supervisors has yet to make a decision on hiring outside legal counsel related to construction delays at the county's new law enforcement center and jail. During yesterday's regular weekly meeting, one possible attorney was discussed. However, a representative of the Woodbury County Attorney's Office told members the office is not in position to make a recommendation to the board right now. Woodbury County Sheriff Chad Sheehan also addressed several issues during last night's meeting, including the possibility of future litigation. He says when the time is right, someone will need to be held accountable.
To be plenty of blame. Very little of that blame is going to fall at the feet of the Board of Supervisors, the LEC Authority, or the Baker Group. You can read between the lines and see who else is left in the process.
Work on the new LEC continues in all areas of the building, with construction expected to be finished in April of 2024. And staying in northwest Iowa, another case of highly pathogenic avian influenza is now under investigation. The Iowa Department of Agriculture and Land Stewardship has now reported a case at a commercial turkey farm in Buena Vista County. Tens of thousands of turkeys at the farm will have to be destroyed as a result. This marks the 4th case in the state in the last 11 days, with a total of 2 in Buena Vista County and 1 each in Pocahontas and Guthrie counties. Poultry producers are being reminded to limit access to their farms and immediately report any dead birds to local ag officials. Finally, Iowa residents now have the ability to carry a digital form of their ID. The Iowa Mobile ID app allows Iowans to keep a digital version of their driver's license on a smartphone, with versions available for both iPhones and Android. The Iowa DOT says the app uses a QR code to create a contactless and secure way to verify identity. For now, the new form of ID can only be used in stores in some parts of the state. However, with city and school elections now just 6 days away, the Iowa Secretary of State says it won't work as a valid voter ID. Well, one last look at the forecast. Looking like a nice day.
Yeah, today will be much nicer than we've seen over the past 4 or 5 days. A little bit more sunshine and also much warmer than we've seen, with 47 degrees being that high. However, there will be some more clouds and cooler conditions to the northeast, more sunny and warm conditions to the southwest. Those lows tonight dropping down into the 20s as everyone sees some more clouds tonight, but then those clouds clear right back out again for tomorrow afternoon. High of 51 degrees for that high. Definitely a great day for that Design and Dine event. And then we see those highs climb back into the mid to upper 50s as we close out the week and start the weekend. Don't forget to set those clocks back 1 hour before you go to bed on Saturday night. Then rain showers move in Sunday afternoon, lasting through Election Day on Tuesday as those temperatures fall back into the mid and eventually low 40s.
Looking like a nice weekend, and then next week a little bit cooler.
A little bit cooler, a little bit wet.
Sounds good. Well, have a great rest of your morning, and we'll see you back here this midday.